And welcome back. Well, our next guest got a divorce and then made a decision not to give up on the dating search. She says she found the so-called needle in the haystack, a wonderful man who was right under her nose.
I love this love story. Jameliah Gooden is a pastor, best-selling author, and host of a Facebook Live show with more than 500,000 followers. She joins us with her story and advice for all of you who are still in the hunt. Good morning to you, Jameliah.
Good to see you.
Good morning, Molly. How are you? Good morning, Tiffany. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. You must share your story first because we're just looking at the picture of you and your husband. You are the most adorable couple. And I think it's going to shock a lot of people that here's a guy who's right under your nose.
Yeah. I'm not going to get emotional because it's really something when the needle was under your nose. Aww. I think a lot of women and men alike, they are trying to find the needle in the haystack. And some of them have the needle in the friend zone. They have You have the needle in the friend zone. He's that guy or that girl, you just stick them over there and be like, we've been playing hopscotch for years. And I got divorced and I was honored and blessed to find my sister's best friend. So my needle was under my nose, and a lot of people are in this wonderful search for love in the rubble, and it's right underneath their nose. Don't stick them in the friend zone and leave them there. Take a shot.
But I got to know who took who out of the friend zone, because that's one of those things. So many people are like, you get to a place in your life where you have a small group of close friends and you want to keep them there, and you're so afraid of ruining or losing it. So who took the chance first?
Believe it or not, it was my sister that took the chance. I was divorced, hallelujah, thank God, and he was divorced. Because the blessing was in the breakup. So I was going through, I was divorced and he was going through a divorce, and he finally got divorced. And my sister said, I think you guys would be a wonderful match. I did not look at the fact that she and he were best friends. I took a shot. You said something, Tiffany. You said, people are afraid. They don't want to ruin the friendship. Take a chance. If you are friends before, you might remain friends after you get the understanding that maybe this didn't work. But how do you know unless you take a chance? Take a chance.
It's so true. I want to talk about the pandemic, online dating, in this world of casual hookups and ghosting and all this profiles and all this stuff. Swiping right, swiping whatever. I mean, what's the deal? In rediscovering this getting together in person thing and dating, it's a tough world.
It is very tough. One thing about the pandemic, you have been so customized to swiping left, swiping right, sneaky links, whatever link you're click tagging and sharing. There may be love there. It's a possibility. But getting back out here where the world is moving, you're getting out there like you were not before the sneaky links, before Facebook, before all the social medias. It's called meeting somebody in person. When you're going back out here, you taking your COVID weight with you. You're taking the weight. Yeah, that's coming too.
Those 20 pounds are coming with.
It's coming with, whether you like it or not. You got to psychologically be prepared to get out here in the world and find someone and let them understand. You might be sitting across the table with somebody that got some COVID weight too. So both of you, whether you put on this weight, first let the real person shine through that.
Yeah.
Let the real person shine through that. There's someone that wants someone real, whether you got a couple extra roles because of the pandemic or not. You're in competition. And this is something that I don't like people to say dating. I like you to say fellowship. You are fellowshipping with a bunch of people that went through the same thing you went through, the pandemic. So now, never mind who's in front of you. Let me shine through the way. Let me shine through my mistakes and show you who I really am. Don't be afraid to do that, but stop saying you're dating. You are fellowshipping, and it takes the stress from dating.
You know what? One of the things I love that you're talking about is this, we've gotten so used to hiding behind a Zoom camera or a camera in general or a dating profile. Like Molly and I have even talked about coming back on the show and we're like, oh, we don't want to show more of our body. We don't want to show our feet. We don't want to show our legs, whatever it may be, right? So I love the fact that you're giving that space to say, listen, we've all done this together. We all may show up a little differently than we went in. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's still a way to see a more authentic self. So, but people are afraid. They could be afraid of touch. They could be afraid of being close to somebody. They could be afraid of anything.
Yeah, yeah. It's very scary because you also have the 6 feet social distancing, and you see what happened to the world. We all saw it. We were all part of it.
And we hit our
faces.
faces.
Now you're out here, and you're now saying, I'm going to date in a world that is trying to resuscitate itself from this horrible pandemic. Do I really want the person next to me, touching me? Now, you already have to realize you're fighting to be in the number called a match. So now you have these things up against you. You cannot allow the fear that happened to us in the past affect where we're going in our future. You got to take a chance. That means I'm going to have to sit across the street. Now, I'm going to ask you, were you vaccinated? What do you, I want to know. You have to ask those hard questions. First of all, I think you should ease into that conversation. What was it like for you? You have to have a dialogue anyway. What was it like for you during the pandemic? You cannot be afraid to have these hard conversations because the world is moving and people want to be matched.
And make sure you're on the same page. We ran out of time, so we have to cut you off, which I hate to do, but
Thank you so much.
Loved having you here.
I got your number, so I'm going to be back in touch. Yes, I will call you. I will call you. You'll be back on the show. Loved having you here.
Come back, Jameliah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. You girls are beautiful. You're gorgeous.
Oh, you too.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Love
You're
it.
gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Jameliah
Gooden's second book is called The Needle in a Haystack. You can find it on Amazon. Loved her.
Yeah.